Something new, guys, something new, something a little bit different. Tim here, SPEC Technologies. I want to show you something that's not super eventful, but it's definitely a change of what we normally install. So you've seen this a few times, kind of the way we do this front end. 35 CFM compressor, very high volume. It recovers very well. Look at the size of the pump head on this thing. Thing's a beast. 13 horsepower Honda, great compressor. We've had very few problems with them. You notice we do mount these on the vibration pads. They don't send those out with the compressor, so you don't use them. So that's that. Here's our Winco 18,000 watt generator, call it the big dog. Built-in fuel tank, bolted through the floor. We've got some heavy duty steel plates underneath, help reinforce that. Up top we got a fan blowing right on that thing, trying to keep the air circulating in here. But you'll see that we call this the 4-door version because the front of the trailer has 4 doors. 2 36-inch doors on the V-nose and 2 48-inch doors on the sides. This is a 7,000 GVW trailer. You can carry 2 kits easily, 3 kits if you got to get down the road. Got a house-built hose rack up here. We just build that here. This is a budget trailer. We're about $27,000, $28,000 on this thing. 150 feet of hose. And again, here's our Winco generator. Exhaust blows right out the door. We don't have to do any sort of exhaust tricks to that. Same thing with the compressor, blows right out the door. Don't have to do any tricks with that, no modifications. This is the front end of the trailer. Let me walk you around the back here. This is, they call it semi-screwless. They only screw the seams on this. The center panels are adhesive that they use in there. Haven't really had any issues with those yet. Here's the ramp door taking you up to the back of the trailer. Again, I'm going to shock you guys with something just a little bit different. For us anyhow, definitely different. Graco T3 pumps, these are 3-to-1. You give them 100 pounds of air pressure. They will give you 300 pounds plus or minus of fluid pressure. Yellow line, of course, is your air line. This little black line here is your recirculation line. Lets fluid back into the drum. This is your main supply line. See, we come over here to a Scholl's 50 CFM refrigerated air dryer. Comes off the regulator. So here's the shocker for us, guys. You ready? Oh, what is this? Well, this is a Chinese import. And the reason we brought these in, of course, they're inexpensive. We can buy the machine and the hose as a package. Save quite a bit of money. We've actually run this rig today. Further down this video, we'll do some inserts, we'll do some addition. You can kind of see what we did when we wet this thing out and got it running. Alright, we're fixing to test spray this machine for the very first time. You see here, these temperature gauges are in Celsius. You got to do a little bit of quick Googling so you can get your Fahrenheit. Here's our pressure gauges down here. We changed these out to PSI. A little bit easier for us Americans here to understand. Dial the pressure up a little bit. Alright guys, here we are testing out the 16-foot trailer. 35 CFM compressor up here. 18,000 watt generator, nice fan, electric lighting. Again, tandem axle, 7,000 GVW. But here's our first run for the day on this Chinese machine here. Brought in a couple of these for the guys that are really on a budget. So far, I'm pretty happy with the mechanics of it as far as the pump, the cylinders. Look at these bolts up here. You got a double set on it. You got your bolt, your set bolt, and they've got a little set nut on the back of it, little Allen bolt. Real nice little mechanical switches there, change direction of the machine. Pretty straightforward. Water separators, regulator. Got your temperature controllers. Of course, they are in Celsius. Main power on/off switch. That starts your motor. These are push button, turn them on and off. Voltage coming in, emergency stop. Very, very simple machine, 7,000 watts of preheat. Got your little filters hiding out down here. I might, if it were my machine, go ahead and add a couple strainers back here. But all in all, very, very simple machine. Not a lot to it. We're going to see how it sprays foam. Stand by. Alright, I just pressured it up. We're right at about 1,000 psi. Each heater. You've got your pressure control right here. You pull that up. You want more pressure, you go clockwise. Less pressure, go counterclockwise. I'm going to go straight up at about 12 o'clock on this. And we'll see where this ends up spraying at. Alright, here we are spraying. We're blowing out this hydraulic oil. Don't overspray my phone. So that hydraulic oil makes all them bubbles. And let's get all this hydraulic oil out and we should be making good foam here. Do a couple single round shots. A little bit closer, but there we go. Good. This is ½ pound. Still got a little bit of oil in it, not too bad. It'll clear out here eventually. Nice round pattern. Still working with a Chinese machine. Brett's still out here spraying. Go ahead and give that a nice back and forth pass from one end to the other. Let's just watch the pattern. I'm staying on that trigger pretty good. Doesn't look like it's pulsating too much. Foam looks good. Looks like the oil's worked its way out of it. Just got finished spraying with that Chinese machine. Taking a couple chunks out of here. Really nice foam, nice and tight. Not a lot of blowholes. Good clean foam. You know, the money's made at the gun, so we need to create pressure and create heat. That's what we do with this little machine. Seems to do a fine job. Again, it's lower cost. I think a little lower quality than a Graco A25, which is normally what we talk about when we talk about the progression to the next style of equipment. Guys, we're going to go ahead and flush out the A side of the hose now, and this is being picked up today. Go down to a contractor. I'm going to shut everything down. Here's your hose temperature. Again, everything here is in Celsius, so you got to do a quick conversion on your phone. But here's your preheat for your A, your hose heat, your B heater, turns your pumps on and off. Master switch right here, turns it on and off. Again, not a lot of electronics here. Very, very simple rig. Use a self-regulated heated hose. Seems to do a fine job for what we're doing today. Again, I recommend you get your drums up to at least 70, 85 degrees, 70, 80. We talk about that whenever you call us. And we talk about viscosities, we talk about Drum temperatures. Just a nice little rig here. This thing will go for about $27,000. $27,000 roughly. And you could be spraying foam. Again, we surround it with good equipment like the Graco T3, 50 CFM refrigerated air dryer. Put in the same Max Air Eagle 35 CFM compressor paired with a big dog Winco, 18,000 watts, fan, electric lights, house-built hose rack just to save some money, 150 feet of hose. All right, guys, you have any questions? This is Tim, number 770-274-9888. SPEC Technologies. Be happy to help you out. Thank you, guys.